ASTER just off to the races already with a very exciting draft of VICI. It's much more straightforward for them. They're going to have to try to play up against this team fight wombo combo ASTER's had.
Already committing all his regen, but now has a bottle up. It's going to be very important for Ori in this laning matchup. If he does not secure the power runes at the 4-minute mark, Chuan's just going to dominate him in this mid lane. In fact, bot lane. First blood does occur, DY. He does end up going down.
Mid lane, he's won out while having his support stay in their own lanes and keeping those pressured lanes up. And, you know, at some point, Chuan's just going to be ready to apply that pressure, whereas you're not quite there yet.
You see what Yang was doing? He was going after SCCC. In fact, SCCC is about to die, but he's trying to go after PYW, and now the boat is going to fly in, but they still do kill off the Void. They get PYW as a trade, and perhaps Yang will also go down. He doesn't have Scorched Earth available. There's no mana for it. So Chuan will eventually just be beaten away, or rather, Yang will be beaten away by Chuan.
Kills in trade, you're not going to be chuffed about losing your face as Void, but SCCC is still way ahead in comparison to Eurus. Well, he was. Eurus actually did get some space to farm up now down bot, and it's starting to recover a bit, although there is aggression here.
Yeah, Chuan's in trouble. He loses a lot of HP and does go down, and now Fade. Also going to be chased down by Ori and DY. PYW trying to run away from Baboka and Fade, but does get stunned up by the Cookie, and now the Cold Feet coming out. Still, he is alive. Now frozen up Baboka. Can he get the job done? No, the Nightmare out from DY, making more space for PYW, and Baboka, nice scatter blast, does end up killing off PYW, but it will cost him his life. He was dead anyway, so he may as well go for the kill, but...
It really is, and again, this movement has forced that bot lane, which yours was being pressured. If it's just a Rubik, really doesn't do much, and they're still keeping that pressure up.
Yeah, but Boat, big trouble here on the Snapfire. Going to try and jump out. Now the Chrono going to be committed with the boat flying in, but a Nightmare is out. Of course, Boat will connect, but now SCCC is in the Nightmare, but they get the kill regardless, and DY is out of position now, will also die. Nice rotations out from Chuan and XXS. Well, now XXS is top of the net worth on the core Rubik of all things.
You can see that ASTER is keen to keep that pace. They smoke dump. That wasn't spotted out by the ward, because that ward's blocked out by the tree line. They should be able to find something here.
ASTER finds the prime target. He's going to go in for the Chrono, and now the Ice Blast with the Mortimer's Kisses means that Eurus has no chance. Or maybe he does. The Nightmare, no, DY. He tried, but a great shot out from Baboka does get the job done. And mind you, that last Mortimer's Kisses shot, you also still have the Fiend's Grip on DY, and he wants to just get that on cooldown. You just never want to really hold this long CD spell. Problem is, who do they find? Top lane, they are going to run into SCCC, but again, he has the Chrono, and he commits it straight away on this Morphling, but the Strength Morph is there in time, so Eurus will be fine. Now, perhaps change their mind onto Ori. Ice Blast going to fly into Eurus, but Ori, he's in big trouble. He is using himself up, but he is probably just going to die. And at least they do get Chuan on the Kunkka in the Dire Jungle, and they're still going here. Baboka does take the waveform out from Eurus, and now the egg to be dropped by the Phoenix. Baboka, he will cookie out of there. He'll actually be just fine. Meanwhile, up to the north, DY. He'll go down to the Bane, trying to set up more kills for his team. XXX the one to take it on the core Rubik, and now they chase for more. Eurus still a man on the run. No, they'll leave him be.
And with how long that fight took, you know, you've only got about half a minute left for SCCC to be ready to join these fights once more.
Well, here comes Chuan again. He's got that Orchid up, ready to go. They are going to throw the Ice Blast into Ori, and Ori, he just dies in the Void Spirit. Now Chuan should be able to catch DY out, and of course does get the X. Brings him back, doesn't even need the Torrent. Just take out two there. ASTER still just on a roll this game, doing a fantastic job. And they are not going to wait for the MKB. They just want to fight. Who do they catch out here? VICI, they seem to be aware, but they're on the low ground now. PYW, who'll break the smoke. DY, going to get silenced up, and now the Phoenix can be targeted first. PYW, he cannot get the egg off, and now the Chrono being committed onto Yang. Just kills him off. Fade with a rod of ATOS up on the AA already. He's just going to catch out DY. Nightmare will be there out from XXS, and they just kill him off. They're making it look easy here, ASTER.
And VG, they're just caught out one by one. The punishment is severe for Master. They trade a tier 1 mid, but
Ori, he's been orchided up mid lane, he's gone. Mortimer's Kiss is flying out at the end from Baboka. A bit unnecessary, but I guess right now it just doesn't matter if they waste an ulti like that. Of course, SCCC is only getting bigger and bigger, and it looks like he's going for a Lincoln Sphere now on the Void. That's quite effective up against that Doom. Even the Bane, it's just gives you another little thing to think about before you can actually commit that Doom on this Void, and it looks like they caught out Ori. Nightmare going to be out from XXS. The boat, easiest setup in the world. He does get his Yules off somehow, but it's not really going to matter. They just kill him off anyway.
It's Aster's just making it look way too easy, and oh no.
Yeah, he's got X torrent it up. Do they have enough damage for Yang? Perhaps. No, with XXS, I mean, rather SCCC, they definitely do, and they kill him off. And it was XXS that got the kill. In fact, PYW now going to get Rod of A tossed up by Fade, and this Phoenix looks to also go down. Suddenly, 3 heroes dead for the side of VICI Gaming. ASTER are not playing around in this game 1.
It's going to be the first Aegis of the match into Aster's pockets, and VG's got a lot of work to do if they want to bounce back in. They've got that shotgun up under Morphling, so...
Yang did pick up a BKB, and yeah, they're going to go for a smoke attempt now with PYW and Eurus. Back into their own jungle. They may just run into Baboka, and they will. Fiend's Grip being committed, but Chuan, he gets stunned up and doomed up by Yang. Now, SCCC jumps in. He does not have Chrono yet, however. It's going to be a hard team fight. Egg has been committed. They're trying to take it down with Baboka, but he dies to the Egg damage. And now ASTER, they are on the run. Ori is on the chase for SCCC. They want that Aegis gone, and they will get it. The buybacks are out from Chuan. SCCC will start time walking away. He has Chrono in 18 seconds. The boat will fly in, but Yang will just pop his BKB. And now, what do they want to re-engage or do they want to run here at VICI Gaming? They are trying to re-engage. Eurus going on to Fade, but the Shadow Amulet going to keep him safe. In fact, never mind, it is not. Fade is going to get blown up. SCCC still waiting for that Chrono. Needs 1 second, and now he has it, and he gets a 3-man Chrono. Or he gets out of there, but DY is gone, and so is PYW. Eurus now needs to make a run for it. They do get the lift off, however. Lincoln's is broken. Torrent doesn't connect the lift. It brought him back the other way. And, well, SCCC is trapped on the cliff right now. Yang is just going to run, but he gets shot with fire from the sky. And it's hard to know who really won that team fight out, but it does appear to be Team ASTER.
They're showing us that they can pull a fight out. It's just that it comes at a very big cost as well. I mean, they forced a buyback out from Chuan at the least. They do stop some of the timings that Kunkka wants to hit, but...
They got a DD on Eurus. They're going to try again. Ori, he's also got that Axe up, so straight on Baboka, but he Guardian Greaves and just tries to make a run for it. Eurus will blow him up. Sunray keeping him healthy, but they lift him with the boat flying in. Eurus, he can't survive it. He goes down. And he popped his DD. So it's just gone a complete waste, and well, perhaps they'll get Chuan out of this. Aether Emerald going to lock him in with the Egg, and Yang jumping in with the follow-up stun. I suppose, with the way the game is going, it may be worthwhile trading the Morphling for the dieback on Chuan. And they did also get Baboka, so it was a fair bit of gold going to the way of VICI Gaming. You know, the funny thing is we're used to seeing Rubik's, if they do take the agility and strength morph, they usually just, you know, morph to strength and forget about the agi. But, well, actually hold that thought. Top lane, they caught out Eurus. Chrono was committed, DY unable to help him out. No, well, he committed the Fiend's Grip eventually. SCCC, he TP'd, but now he realizes they are just alone here with DY, so he'll go back in. Very, very messy engagements from VICI Gaming. But neither team's going to jump into the Roshan pit quite yet. They're going to wait it out. They still want to pick off. And they may have just found one. Yang, he was farming mid lane, but the Mortimer's Kisses from Baboka and the lift from XXS was enough, and that's the Roshan now. Being started by SCCC. And look how fast he takes it.
It just melts, and without that Doom, they don't really have the frontliner to just dive in unless you want to risk Ori jumping in.
Well, DY's been lifted up. They don't have the vision. They're not going to dive in, and DY is dead. Just, they're not really playing on the same page here in this game number 1 VICI. Sorry about that, though. Just kind of happens out of nowhere. It's, I guess because everyone's in their houses right now, it's just, internet's a little bit unstable. Still, top lane. They are going to make the jump onto the Void Spirit. Ori is going to get blown up again. Yang, he popped his BKB trying to fight, but the Chrono is going to come out from SCCC, and Eurus is getting demolished. He just goes down without the Ice Blast. Now Yang will also die, and there's the tips coming out. Oh, it's a rough time here for VICI Gaming. It is really tough, and
I don't know how they're going to defend. They're playing into an Aegis, they're playing into the cheese. They just have nothing.
Well, the Bane, DY going to get caught out, does go down. Now Ori, got to be careful about those bashes. They're trying to take down the Aegis of SCCC, and they do get it. They do it a second time. Well, with that repair kit and with the Aegis down, it may be enough to force them back, though. No ASTER, they're just still not afraid. With Eurus with no buyback and nor does Yang, it's just so easy to jump in like that, but the egg has been committed. It will not matter. DY, he just bought back. Unfortunately, he does die back, and well, that's at least one rack's gone. ASTER, do you want to try for another?
And it's still tough. Like, they're still playing with their backs against the wall. ASTER still got the Chrono ready to go. And looks like he might be ready to
bot
commit.
lane, they got the lift, the
Oh,
Dagon.
God.
Eurus, he's forced to BKB and just try and turn around, but that may have been a mistake. He needs to run. Needs to run quick because SCCC is here. PYW will be the sacrificial lamb as Eurus does manage to TP out of the tree line. So at the very least, they get the Morphling out, but
They could commit the Chrono on any single hero and force a bigger numbers advantage. Just playing it calm, though. No rush here.
they're going to make their way in. Yang going to jump in, trying to get the Doom off, and does get it on SCCC. Oh, the cookie sends him in further. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He's going to make a run, but here comes Ori. He wants to get that snipe on the Void still. XXS going to save the day. The Ice Blast going to land. Ori, he does go down, and so does DY. They just made a rush to try and kill off that Void, and I believe it may have just cost them the game. Ori does not have buyback, and they call GG.
Yeah.
ASTER, I mean, VICI Gaming were looking to be the favorites in this series, John, but game 1 is going to be going the way of ASTER in a very convincing fashion.
Oh, yeah. Just an absolutely great plays coming out from ASTER. They maximize that Faceless Void on SCCC. Do close out with the SCCC Spectre. So ASTER's got this amazing team fight with 4 heroes, and then they've got the Spectre who can just farm in the middle of it, or pop the Haunt to just soak some kills. And
so he really does have a lot of the game in his hands.
yeah, and we were talking about the way for this lane to change with the support rotations. It doesn't look like the top lane's ready for that, as PYW is under a lot of pressure from this dual lane.
He is. He's going to get chased down, and, well, Fisher is going to save him for now. But no, Baboka does end up getting the first blood on the Phoenix. Didn't really have much mana to begin with, but he does bring some clarities and mangoes out. But PYW going to rotate in with the Tombstone to be dropped. Can they actually kill off XXS? Eurus is coming in with the waveform, and that might be enough. The toss back from Fade is not going to help quite enough, as Eurus is able to get the final attack in. It's a very nice rotation out from PYW. He just haunts down to the bot lane with or start a T1 tower push. VICI Gaming will try to do the same thing up at the top lane.
Oh, Yang.
Alright, I Echo committed. SCCC and XXS goes down. I did not catch that, but it looks like it was a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's going to be a much more favorable trade for VG. Unfortunately, Ori's not the fastest pusher in the world, so he'll just chip away. His tier 1 bot will go. They are TPing in Eurus, though.
It's PYW with the Avalanche Toss, but now Eurus waveforming in with the Avalanche Toss himself, and, well, bit of lag there, but Torrent connecting on PYW, and XXS still has the black hole up. He just hasn't found the angle yet. Well, now Yang, he just jumps in with the Boulder Smash. It'll be enough to kill off XXS. Eurus is still in the chase, in fact, but Boca kills off PYW and now drops the egg onto DY. Fade will just TP out of there. Meanwhile, Chuan is still being chased down in the Kunkka. They really want this kill, and it looks like they are probably going to get it unless they can get out, but no, Echo being committed by Yang. He does not want to waste any time. Just not risking anything.
Yeah, that's a massive win for VG once more. They're just able to respond to this aggression, able to force ASTER out into awkward spots. None of their heroes are really ready to go. XXS.
Yes, he's just on fire. He goes in, but now Black Hole, XXS commits. He only got one. He'll just channel it all the way anyway. They do get a nice offlane Earthshaker kill. Now they want D1 on that Undying. Should eventually be able to kill him. He's just wasting a hell of a lot of time here, but eventually Fade will be the one to take the kill on the Tiny.
What you sound like. You have the gratitude of the void.
Now Ori trying to go into the opposing jungle and see if he can spot out XXS, and he does, so he makes the jump in and he has plenty of damage. As XXS, he doesn't have any real defensive item, apart from the Ogre Club, I guess, but until that BKB's up, he really can't survive Ori's damage output if he does get caught out by himself. And now mid lane, knowing the Enigma's down, they want to go for more, and they do catch out Chuan with a great fisheye, blocks off the Chuan Kunkka. He tries to X him up, but it's going to be no good. Chuan, he'll go down now to Eurus.
And these are some really important pickoffs. It's going to be a free one for VG, and that's going to enable them to keep that aggression up as they continue to try to fight against this net worth advantage ASTER's built up for themselves.
We're going to try now. That bot T1 tower going to be targeted here by VICI.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Chuan going to show himself, goes for the X, but a nice fisher out from Yang just blocks the way, and another fisher out actually just traps him up. That's actually a great setup there from Eurus, who jumps in now to Chuan. Yang going to be there with another enchant totem. Oh, that is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant from Yang and Eurus. ASTER still pretty confident. Just chilling out, just farming. SCCC going to be slightly worried now as they are going to roll in. PYW with the connection, does use the Veil, but misses the Boulder Smash. Still, does get another roll in. And they should be able to get SCCC. He can't even haunt away yet. The Silencers don't know. He goes for a TP, but it is cancelled off by the Yule Scepter. Another Silence to come out now. SCCC still just not going to even bother pressing the haunt button. There was really no escape from that. That's a great pickup there from VICI Gaming. It's strange though, like both teams seem to just believe that they've got the better late game potential right now, and well, obviously the side of VICI Gaming are pulling ahead quite nicely as time goes on. The ASTER still seem confident as Chuan does pop his BKB, and now the Horde comes out. They just want to jump in onto DY, but he's a bit tankier this time around on the Undying. They don't take him out. Now, well, Eurus was there. They go onto the Phoenix Baboka. He'll be fine, but now the black hole being committed does catch out too. With the egg being dropped and Fade, we'll go in with the avalanche toss. Is it going to be enough, however? The egg does explode, but they are all still alive. Eventually, Echo Slam comes in from Yang, looking to turn it around with the Earthshaker, and he does get two. And now Eurus happy to jump back in on that Morphling, but he is lacking a lot of damage, and SCCC is just not dying. But he'll turn around onto DY. They'll get the Undying now. In fact, there goes Yang on the Earthshaker, ends up dying as well. Ori still trying to chase down Fade, but it looks like he cannot get the kill on the Tiny. And now Ori ends up dying. A 4-for-2 trade. And Eurus is back in, trying to at least kill off Baboka, and he does. And in fact, he might get Fade here. Avalanche, toss, going to come out from the Tiny. They do buy back on the Phoenix. They really want this Morphling, but can they cancel the TP? They can. There was a Yules available. This is really bad news. He will Icarus dive away. The Spirit Vessel there. The follow-up Icarus dive from Baboka, and that is not worth it. A full team wipe coming out for ASTER and VICI Gaming. Bit too overly confident, it seems. They're going to run right past each other.
Oof.
Neither smoke breaking, they were just an inch off, but now the loop around ASTER, they know something is going on. Oh, this is right behind Ori. Spot him out. Fade does not get the toss off in time. Still, they haunt in. Who are they going to go on? They do kill off Fade on the Tiny. He'll buy back, and now the black hole is going to be there, and he's caught out two of them. But where's the damage? It's not coming out. The egg is going to come out from Baboka. They're still trying to focus down DY, but Yang, he does jump in with the Echo again. They kill off XXS, and there goes Chuan. And SCCC, well, he also dies. And now this Phoenix. Baboka is gone. Eurus on an ultra kill, wanting the rampage. Where is the Tiny? Fade is a man on the run right now, and Eurus, well, he's the feds, John. He's chasing him. Spider Legs not going to help. They get the Fissure, and Eurus should be able to get the rampage here, and he does not. Just took too long. How unfortunate. A full team wipe, however.
And by that point, the X was in the wrong spot. To follow up was messy. The black hole wasn't perfect because Ori was Yuled up in the middle of. So they lose out in a lot of DPS there, and so he can go jumping around as well. You've got two really jumpy heroes now on the side of VG, and that's going to cause some trouble for ASTER in terms of control.
Yeah, it's pretty problematic, to say the least. Top lane, black hole is going to be committed. They have caught out Ori, and they will take him out. However, they are rotating in. Yang looking for a Fissure. Will catch out XXS. Now another Fissure out from Eurus, and there's just no escape from these two. If the Earthshaker morph are next to each other, you're probably going to get trapped somewhere, based off my rough math. And they're going to make it. They're going to try and make it work.
Oh yeah, that's 1.7 per hit. Yeah, that's perfectly balanced here for Eurus. Gonna have a swell time hitting end.
Going in, and that Phoenix in trouble though. No, they never got the hit off, and now he's gonna be alright. The Echo being committed. Yang, he needed to commit that to get Baboka down. But they're gonna start the team fight. SCCC. Well, he haunted in, but he was by himself. And they think better off it. They don't want to take the team fight any longer. They'll just try and defend their own base. But Eurus still looking to try and pick somebody off. Does get X back into a tier 4 tower, and Fade going to toss it back even further with the Avalanche. But you don't have that Spirit Vessel up right now because the Phoenix is dead, and now the Black Hole XXS, he catches two of them. Those are going to be two huge pickoffs, and they do get them down. Now Ori, he's been X'd up. He will use himself and try to get himself out of there. Dissimulate. Yang, where's he going? He'll chase down Chuan on the Kunkka, but Ori is still in huge trouble in the mid lane. It does go down, and meanwhile Chuan is still being chased by Yang and PYW, but this may cost them their lives. Yang eats the cheese. He'll try and enchant totem his way out, and it looks like he should be alright. The dagger still chasing him. That's a bit unfortunate. That's going to give vision for ASTER. Now another dagger to fly out. This will give more vision to the side of ASTER to chase down Yang. But it looks like he will be able to get out of there.
You do have that room to grow as well for VG, I believe. No, they've already got it in all of their cores. They just lack it in their supports. So in that sense, there's more room to grow for ASTER, but VG, they do smoke up.
They have. It's going to be into the side of ASTER. They do go on the Phoenix first, but both are going to be in huge trouble with the Black Hole XXS.
Oh.
He's caught two of them again. It looks bad already for the side of VICI as they do lose Ori, and now it looks like PYW also goes down. They can't even focus the egg out. In fact, they can. Yang gets in there with the Echo, but it's not going to be enough. Eurus, he'll make a run for it, but DY, he may not be so lucky. The Avalanche is out from Fade. The toss is there, and SCCC will eventually take him out. And that's one black hole. If you had the second black hole, God only knows what would have happened. But the refresher shard, of course, is going to be extra nice for XXS, assuming they do give it to him, which they probably should. And yeah, they'll leave it there. XXS will go ahead and take it. Of course, SCCC with the Ags, or rather with the Aegis and Chuan, does take the cheese.
Can be devastating, and especially if he gets a nice crit with that enchant totem, yeah, that is one way to handle all of these issues. Right, just delete the hero immediately. They're gonna have to really hope for that miraculous dice roll as, whew, they've got that refresh on XXS.
3 black holes, and here we go. They've started with the Haunt in. Who are they going on? DY is low. Yang will try and jump, but he's got to be careful not to die. They'll just take down the tombstone to get started as SCCC will go back onto DY. They do not want this Undying alive. Now the roll in on to that Spectre, but is it going to be enough? Where's the Enigma? He is actually dead, XXS. He ended up dying out, and he does not have buyback. So now ASTER, they could be in trouble. They're still trying to fight us. It's a bit of lagging game, and now the Echo comes out from Yang. It's going to be a lot of damage, and they do end up basically clearing out the side of ASTER. But there's the egg from VICI. Now SCCC with the Aegis respawn will go back in onto that Earthshaker. Yang just trying to jump out of there, back onto Fade, but eventually they will kill off the Tiny, and now another Haunt coming in. And well, it looks like the side of it, VICI Gaming are the ones on the run as Eurus actually also went down. Just a mess of a team fight, and I mean the last thing you'd really want is the Shiver's Guard on somebody to really just make this Morphling's life even more hellish, and VICI is working towards one. So once that's up, forget about strength morphing in a team fight, that's just gone. And ASTER now, with this smoke up, with the double black hole, they want to go in. And smoke is out, but it's going to be broken immediately. DY, Avalanche Shot's going to come out on top of that Undying, but he will survive. And now the black hole, the first one is there. They have called out what looks to be Ori, but he seems to be fine for now. All kinds of chaos as the Torrent Storm, and now another black hole coming out. It has caught out Yang, and it has caught out PYW, both of which are going down. Eurus still trying to man fight, but it's time to run. And the double tombstone being dropped there was great from DY, but the zombies just don't do anything.
Nope. Nope. It just
no
doesn't
damage.
scale. It's free gold. That's what it is for ASTER at this point. Just free gold coming out, and all those heroes, no buyback money. This
still
is
gone.
just such a big opening.
Well, Fade ends up dying, but Chuan, he might get Eurus for this. Eurus, of course, going to try and fight back up against Chuan. They silence him up, but he'll man to dodge it off, and Ori going back onto Chuan does kill him off. Now, they go back on VICI, but the Abyssal Blade is going to be there from SCCC. Eurus, he's dropping low. With that Spirit Vessel and Eye of Sky, it becomes very hard for him, but Ori is still dealing with VICI, who does walk his way out, and SCCC is going to keep chasing down Ori. He actually pops the Aeon Disc very early on, but Ori is going to get a bit lucky here. Gets an Invis Rune, does dissimulate, and is going to make a run for it. And, I mean, it was still a terrible fight for VICI Gaming. And VICI Gaming, they're going to smoke up right into the level 30 of SCCC. There couldn't be a worse time. ASTER have also smoked. Chuan, Ori, both going to have their smokes broken. But VICI, he'll Icarus dive out of there, but the X is going to come out on Ori. He'll use it off. Now jumps back in onto Chuan. That's pretty dangerous, but in the backline's Yang. Gonna go onto the Phoenix, and now they also try and go after that Enigma, but XXS commits the black hole on that Earthshaker, and they can't cancel it off, so Yang is gone. Now refreshed XXS, trying to find a target. They won't even need a PYW. He's dying to the egg damage. And they just can't get out of here. Eurus, he's been X'd up.
Oh no.
He tried to enchant Totem, but now PYW has to buy back, but it looks like Eurus can't get out of there. He will go down, and now DY also in trouble. In fact, Ori, he's going to re-engage now. At least he does kill off the Enigma. But they are going to lose DY, and Fade is going to try and chase down Ori. Ori will be alright. Just another great team fight out for ASTER. In that whole thing, they only lost 1. And VICI Gaming, they lost 4. And had to commit a buyback on PYW that really meant nothing.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to try and see if they can hold out in those buybacks as ASTER want to go high ground.
Well, they're committing all buybacks now. They want to go for this fight, VICI Gaming, trying to punish the side of ASTER. They are at least going to get the Phoenix, it seems. Boca does die, and now they also kill off Fade. So if you can get SCCC, that's the main guy you want. But he's got BKB TP in just a second, still Aether Remnant. Gonna be there, and they will have enough. Huge kills out now for VICI. And immediately you can see ASTER, they're probably going to have to commit to buybacks. And you have both supports doing so. In fact, make that XXS on top. And that's because the Roshan's going on.
Oh boy. It is just dropping.
They need to get in there quick. But if they die here, VICI Gaming may pull this game back their way. There's the Aegis going to the way of Eurus. They're just trying to juggle those items. And now, Wuchuan, he's too far forward. He's going to go down. Oh, this is looking bad now. ASTER, have you overextended? But Boca, you cannot die like this. But he is trapped up and he cannot Icarus dive at the moment. So PYW going to roll in the Echo, being committed. But now the Black Hole. He's caught 4 of them. XXS going to hold them all in. And they're going to turn it all back around. The Aegis, the respawn is there, but it doesn't matter. Eurus is gone. And now the second Black Hole catching out DY. Oh, 4 heroes down with no buyback. This game could be over. In fact, Ori is the last one. Fade is on the chase. But how do you defend tier 4s when you've got no buybacks and nobody's respawning for the next 2 minutes? Trying to delay as much as he can, see if he can buy some time. The problem is, it's not even that they're short on gold here. They're just, their cooldowns are they're active right now for the buybacks. Ori going to jump in again, but SCCC going to have the Abyssal and the Bloodthorn, and Ori is gone, and that'll be the GG call. Team ASTER giving to them one last time before this game ends. And John, another 2-0 victory. This time around for Team ASTER up against VICI Gaming. And that'll mean ASTER will be your first upper bracket finalist.
Yeah, a big props to ASTER. This was supposed to be, Mike, supposed to be a VG favorite, but